Hi guys and girls, Kiko Clicks here. I'm back from holiday, yay! I've totally missed all of you guys and like YouTube and stuff, so I was so happy to be home. I definitely miss my dog so much. This little one, Dexter, like he always really misses me so much, and when I go away he just he stays at my mum's house, he sits and just looks at the front door and waits for me to come home. And I was away for over a week and I've never been away for him for that long before. So like as soon as he saw me, like he wasn't like waggling his tail, he was just like, he started choking. And then after about a minute of choking he stopped and was like, yay! And I was like 5 minutes later he was like hyperventilating, like and I was like, let me go, I didn't miss you that much, Jesus. But yeah, so I missed him so much, and I think he missed me too, so I was so happy to be home with him. And then my big one, Dobby, he was like, he's such a lazy dog. Like normally when I get home, he'll lay down and wag his tail because he knows that I'll come to him. But this time he actually made an effort and got up to come and say hi. So, but if he doesn't have to get up, he won't get up because he's just so lazy. Like if there's treats being handed out and he's like sitting miles away, he won't move because he knows they're coming to him. So yeah, I miss them so much. Yeah, so anyway, I just tell you guys a bit about my holiday adventures. So we got to Venice the flight was delayed, so for like 2 hours or something, and we ended up getting into Venice for midnight. We ended up getting a taxi into Venice from Marco Polo, which was 40 euros. But luckily there was this couple in front of us waiting for a taxi, and I was like, hey guys, do you wanna split this cost? And they were like, yeah, actually let's do that. But they were like really shy and they were like, who the hell is this person? Why are they talking to me? And the taxi driver was just really awkward, just sitting in the back with him like, but you know, it saved us both 20 euros, so whatever. And then when we got there, like my GPS wasn't working for some reason. And like, so we got the kind of water taxi to water bus to where we had to kind of roughly be. And we were so lost. We were traveling for like 2 hours and I was so dehydrated and I started crying because I was like, I need water and there's no water anywhere. And then, I don't know, then like we found this couple from Norway. They weren't even from Venice, and like this guy just used his sat nav to find our apartment. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. It was like the kindest thing anyone's ever done. It was just so, because it wasn't like a short walk, it took us a good 15 minutes to get there, and they were just on their holiday at like 2 in the morning, like helping a couple of lost people find their apartment. That happened, and then by this time I was like, I hate Venice. Then in the morning, you know, I had some sleep and then I was alright, and then got some water the next day. But yeah, it's a really beautiful city, but I think a day there was enough because there's not much to do. Like we went to the Da Vinci Museum, but it was tiny in there, and like there was none of his actual inventions. Like you could play with some inventions, but they were just like sort of, you know, not the actual thing obviously, and like none of his actual paintings were there either, so it was a bit, it's like 15 euros to get in or something. Or maybe it was cheaper than that. I can't remember, but I didn't think it was really worth going to. But then, okay, I'm making a separate vlog about this, but at St. Mark's Square there was like 4 Pokestops all next to each other. That's 3. That's 4 Pokestops all next to each other. And like you could reach them all. Fuck man, there were so many Pokemon. It's so sad, but like I was like, yeah, I'm here, why not? Caught so much. But again, I'm making a separate vlog on that if you want to watch what I caught in St. Mark's Square. And then it got to midnight, and it's really weird because in Venice at midnight everything shuts down and everyone goes home. Like there's a few people left out, but like nowhere near as many as there were. It's like everyone's Cinderella, they just scarper at midnight, and it's like what? And then all the laws shut down, and I was like, I want to catch more Pokemon. But again, that's another vlog. I'm sorry. Okay, so the next day we got over to the airport to get on the coach to go to the MetalDays festival in Slovenia. Kind of found loads of metalheads and we're like clinged onto them like, do you know where the coach is? I didn't say anything. Everyone was like, no, we don't have a clue. So we all stuck together and like actually made some pretty cool friends there. And yeah, so we ended up like chatting to these 2 guys from Dubai and this guy from Colorado. and this girl from Australia as well. So they were really cool. Like, we spent the coach ride with them. Like, we just sat on the back seat as being children. Like, yeah, we're the rebels in the back seats. That was really cool. But anyway, we found them all. Like, no one knew where the coach was. And by this time it was like an hour late. And we're like, fuck. And then there was this girl who was supposed to be organising it. And she was like, MetalDays? And we're like, yeah. And then she was like, didn't know what was going on anyway. And then in the end, these two people came and got us, and we were really angry because we weren't in the right spot. And they were like about a 5-minute walk to a coach park, which we had no idea was even there. And then they were looking for a guy called Dennis, and he never showed up. So that was just a running joke about because everyone walked past. We were like, "Are you Dennis? Are you Dennis?" But never mind, Dennis never showed up in the end. So and yeah, we all got on the coach. I said we all sat on the back seats, being naughty children. And yeah, we just made some really great friends along the way, and then eventually we stopped off somewhere, and then we got some beers and some Jaeger, and then we were merry, ready for the festival. And then luckily my friends were really kind and they saved a spot to camp in, so pitched up the tent when we got there, went straight over to the beach. Oh, it's so beautiful. But it was like over 30 degrees and the water was ice cold. I'm not sure how true it is, but someone said to me it's because the water comes from the snow on the mountains which runs down or something, but I didn't know if that's true or not, but it felt like it because it was ice cold. So me and my friend got in a little sort of paddling pool thing that floated us both. And then fucking Pi and Johnny come along and fucking splashed us with water and got us all cold, and that wasn't cool, but it was alright because once you get used to the water, you know, it's fine. And there's these two German guys and they're like, can you take a picture of us? And we're like, yeah, alright then. Take the picture. And they're like, can you take another one? And we're like, yeah, of course. They turn around, fucking drop their pants and just bend over. It's like, oh, okay then, that's cool. So that happened. That was like really early on at the festival. I was like, this is going to be very interesting. And then the second night we were there, they had a show on, this like body modification guy. I'm not sure what it's called, but you know, like where they pierce you and like hang you up. They had a guy there and they kind of like, I took a little video, so I popped that up. And they like pierced his knees and he was just like swinging around for like 10 minutes, just like not giving a fuck. It's like, fair enough. There was supposed to be another guy on afterwards called Bob, and he never showed up, so there you go. And the guy hanging was from Slovenia. He had a Slovenian name called Matitz, so that amused me because I'm a child. So there was another day where we went out in this little paddling pool again. We floated quite far out, and we saw this like abandoned raft that someone had made. Like it had 3 airbeds underneath, like 2 what do you call them? Like crates. And they like nailed them together, and then they put like towels on to stop them like from getting the airbeds damaged, and it was all like properly made. There was like a paddle that was carved as well, with like 2 other paddles that were made from sticks and frisbees. It was really impressive. But anyway, it was abandoned, so me and my friend fucking commandeered that shit. We're just sailing it along and everyone was like, yeah! It's like only at MetalDays. It's like the best festival. I can't explain it. Like, even if you're not into heavy metal, I would go just for the experience, because it rained a lot and we didn't see that many bands. We saw a few, but not as many as I would at a normal festival. But it didn't matter because like you just sat on the beach and there's music playing and there's like bars and shit, and it was just so much fun. And even though it rained a lot, like my friends had this massive tent, and like they didn't put the sheet on the floor for the middle bit, and there was like 6 segments in there from the elastic bands, and I didn't know why. We would just kind of sit in our own segments, and then we had this beach ball that the friends that we made from Dubai gave us, and we were like just bouncing it around. We all had our beers and us, we're like, make a drinking game out of this. So like every time the ball landed in our segment, because it was kind of like volleyball, like if it landed and you didn't touch it, then you had to drink. And the paddling pool was in the middle, and if it went in the middle, then you had to do a shot of Jaeger. So we'd just play that until it stopped raining, and it rained for a long time, so in the end we just ended up fucked. There was one day we were playing it like for so long, and the people had joined in, and then it kind of stopped raining and it got really hot in the tent. We're like, the rain stopped, it's getting quite warm in here, we should probably leave. But then we're like, the tent ball is so much fun. We called it tent ball. And then we made jokes about like selling tents if they were tent ball compatible and stuff, but yeah. And then we went outside and I don't know why my friend started balancing beer on his head. So then we ended up having beer races, putting beer on your head. But then we realised we were wasting beer, so we had just filled the cans up with water. That was pretty fun. And then we ended up just balancing bottles everywhere. So I didn't try balancing bottles everywhere though, because I'm fucking clumsy as fuck. So that wasn't gonna happen in a million years. So the next day after we stole the raft as well, we decided to corpse paint up because my friends always do it as like a tradition at their festivals they go to. And this is kind of well, I've been to a festival with them before, but not like a proper heavy metal one. It was just like Sonosphere, so they didn't do it then. But they normally do it at like places like Bloodstock, I think. So I joined in with them, put some corpse paint on, and then we went on our raft again just to get a picture taken of our raft that we'd commandeered. Oh, it was so much fun. Met so many interesting people as well. Like there was one guy who bumped into us in the raft. He was just kind of hanging on there chatting to us, and he was from England, but like he just decided to pack up his shit, move to Slovenia, like with nowhere to live or anything. He was just at the festival working there, and after that he didn't have a clue and like nowhere to go, nothing to do, and he was just like, fuck it, I don't want to live in England and just be boring and have mortgages and rent to pay and whatever. He just packed up and left. Like I was like, damn man, I wish I had the balls to do that. Like, oh, I just wouldn't be able to. I mean, you have such an interesting life and so many amazing stories, but there's just so many risks and I couldn't take them. But like, fair play to him, because I wish I did have the balls to try something like that. So in the last day before last, I was kind of running out of money, and I met some guys from near Manchester, which is, well, not near me, but you know, from England. So we were chatting to them and he was like, here, have 20 euros. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And I was like, I'll get it back to you tomorrow. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, seriously. And then I did actually bump into him the next day and managed to give him the 20 euros back. So, but God bless him, man. There was so many nice people there. And anyway, these same guys from Manchester, there was like this 12-year-old kid or something, like roughly 12. He was so sweet, and he was like interviewing people on the beach, and he just stumbled across these 4 British people, and we were just being so awkward with the answers. He was asking us questions like, oh, what bands do you want to see here next year? And we were like, fucking Justin Bieber, Britney Spears, One Direction, and this kid's just like, and then I don't know why, but we were just all going, let's do Blue Steel at the camera. So everyone was doing Blue Steel at the camera. And then this other guy takes the camera off the kid and starts interviewing him instead. And by the end of the interview, the kid's like, guys, I've been filming this for 15 minutes and have like 1 minute of footage. What the hell? We're like, we're so sorry. We're British. We can't help being dickheads. I can't think of anything else that happened. I know loads of other stuff did happen. I should have wrote it all down because, well, to be fair, I think I was drunk for quite a bit of it, so there you go. But yeah, I had a really fantastic time, and I really recommend, again, anyone that's like even vaguely into like rock or something, just go, because the experience is just phenomenal. It's just so much fun. Like, no other festival is ever going to compare to it now, so I'm just going to have to go to this one forever. But yeah, that's all for now really, and I'll get back on track with YouTube stuff and like get back on social media, and everything will be back to normal. Woohoo! Yeah, check out my Pokemon Go vlog. I'm going to put that up shortly as well about my Pokemon that I found in Venice, because I'm sad, but it was awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys see you in my next video.